Hi, this is my discussion question for this week. Starting with the first question, key roles state and federal government have and continue to play on our education system. Both state and federal government provide funding for the institution. Federal funds are distributed to the student, while state funds most of the time are distributed to the institution. When you're looking at federal funds, in the past, they contributed with funding federal Pell Grant, research, the GI Bill, providing land grant institutions. State, they offer grants and scholarships to students. They provide subsidy to institutions requiring assessments of the students. The states also normally have a controlling body that governs the institution and monitors its progress or lack thereof. In the second question, in what ways has government intervention both helped and hindered higher education? The positives that both of these entities provide access to college for low-income students by offering things like Pell Grant, Hope Scholarship, any other type of state-funded scholarship. It also monitors the institution to ensure quality education, having governing boards such as the university system, also having state assessments like in the past the Georgia Regents that was required in order to graduate, and also having different committees and different other governing bodies that help to actually monitor what's going on in the college. Some of the negatives, sometimes these imposed state assessments may cause additional pressure to the institution and to its students. Like in the case of the Georgia Regents, sometimes a student may have completed everything that is required to have their degree, but they lack or they failed the part of the Georgia Regents test, so they couldn't graduate. So that could cause a problem. Also become dependent on funding, and when there are cuts, institutions are faced to cut jobs, programs, sometimes classes. Each year there's less and less funding. That causes a more financial burden on the students because now the students have to pay a higher cost of tuition because the institution is no longer being funded or being cut by the state. As stated in UDOF's article, federal government should provide funding that allows it to hire quality faculty, equip labs, expand the physical plant, etc. And I feel that if more funding was available, and the reason why education is always cut first is because when you look at the piece of the pie for the state government, education has the largest. So most of the time in any state, that's the first thing that's going to get cut, even though it shouldn't be, but it does. And Ronald Roach article referred to President Obama's promise in 2009 that he has recently proposed a plan to increase the rate at which students enroll in community college. This goes hand in hand with Yusuf's point of catching up with Canada and China in rewarding or awarding degrees to students to become a more educated society. And recently President Obama made the proposition of possibly allowing students to go to community colleges for free, as long as they are doing what they're supposed to do. And I feel like this is in line with what he said back in 2009 as a project that was going to help students graduate college. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day.